Good morning, everyone. It is Thursday, January 28th. I have to check the calendar to remember what day it is. I would like to call the 246th meeting of the EEPC to order. First item is approval of the minutes. Can I have a motion to approve the minutes from December 31st?
Minutes. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Great. No abstentions and none in the negative. New business on the agenda, noting our next meeting date, February 25th. Was there a note on that? And Sharice, I know this is our last meeting with you. Although, will you be at our February meeting or no?
I will not be unless you're requesting that I be there for some reason. This should be my last meeting.
Got it.
And,
I'm very sad about that.
Well, Sharice, if we request your attendance because we need amplification of something, I assume that you'll be able to do that.
I should be.
Okay. Well, we certainly would want to notify you well in advance of February 26th.
Correct.
February 25th.
Is there anything else on our next meeting to flag for the meeting itself? I know it's a separate agenda item. Otherwise, we can go to 2020 audit plan feedback survey. Okay. Let's talk about the survey, item number 2.
Okay, so in honor of my last meeting and because Jen will probably be requested to address these issues in the future, she's going to be going through the agenda items with the commission. And are you there, Jen?
I'm here.
Okay, and explaining, she's going to be addressing the agenda. Just put it that way. So Jen, I'm passing you the baton.
Thanks, Sharice. I appreciate that. With regard to the first item, the February 25th meeting, I'm just going to be making it a practice to be putting the next meeting on the agenda to ensure that there's no conflicts, because I know we issue a calendar at the beginning of the year, but sometimes conflicts come up later on. So I'm going to just make this a practice of this is when our next meeting is going to be. And if there's any issues, it kind of alerts you a couple of weeks in advance. So if we have to reschedule because we won't have a quorum, that's possible.
Jen, did you say 25 or 26?
25.
25.
February 25th.
Okay, thank you.
February 25?
Yeah, 25. Yeah.
That's a Thursday, correct? I believe. I would have to look at my calendar.
Yes, they're all Thursdays.
Yep. For the second item that you asked about, which is the results of the 2020 audit plan feedback survey, last meeting, we advised you that we had issued a survey to all of the participants in the 2020 audit cycle, and we received their feedback on a few different places of the audit process that can be evaluated, such as professionalism of the staff or quickness of response. And so Letizia went through all of those results and she compiled a short presentation, which I think we can give to you in executive session because it is an internal document. It does have specific to certain agencies that we indicated would be confidential as part of the survey.
Right.
So we can go over those results in executive session.
Fine.
Great.
With me.
Thanks for that update, Jen, and thank you for keeping us organized in terms of the next meeting. To confirm, are there any conflicts for our next meeting, February 25th?
Not that I know of now. If there is any, I'll let you know as soon as possible. By the way, Sasha, you look terrific.
I know your hair has grown like 6 inches.
After a certain point, you're like, what is the best angle for the video? So 10 months of this and we've learned something. Cool. Arva, does the 25th work for you as far as you know?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Great. Let's go to audit update. Item number 4 on the agenda, item A, status of sexual harassment prevention and response practices audit 2021 AP.
So we initiated the 2021 audit in December. We sent out initiation letters to 34 entities. Since then, we've also provided them with the preliminary interview questionnaires or PICs. They provided their responses and their uploaded documents. I believe that was finalized maybe last week or the week before. So our auditors have been working on trying to get some preliminary determinations out. And so far, unofficially, because we haven't sent them yet, but unofficially we have 2 out of 34, possibly 3 out of 34 that might be going out by tomorrow. So I think we're on a good track to get the preliminaries done, which then will have the finals done and get us into compliance monitoring well before June for all of the entities. That's the goal.
Yes. Excellent.
Terrific. We're making our numbers again.
Trying to.
You are to be commended, Jen, under the COVID circumstances, the fact that everything is being done really without having a group of people working together in a room and doing really an extraordinary job. So I commend you.
Thank you.
And that Netflix also, you're doing really hard work.
Yeah, the team is very dedicated. They work together. They understand the constraints of COVID, and they're trying to be innovative in trying to work past any kind of obstacles to ensure that we make our numbers. So,
Jen, I promise to bring champagne once again when we can all be together to toast them. And this time more than one bottle.
I'm sure they would appreciate that.
Dig it. Thanks for that update, Jen. Let's
Sure.
move to compliance updates. Letter A, status of 2020 audit plan, compliance monitoring.
So as of the last meeting, we had achieved 31 certificates of compliance for 2020. That does not include the additional 2020 audits that carried over into 2021 for part of their compliance monitoring period. We still have entities that are being monitored up until, I believe, April. So they're going to be coming up as compliance resos in the next few weeks, next few months, hopefully. Right now, I think we have 16 in compliance monitoring and an additional 4 that's completed. So we're definitely moving forward. And I believe that of the 16, I want to say at least 10 have under 5 corrective actions. And like I said, our analysts are really pushing to try to help these agencies wrap it up so that they can focus on their 2021 audits. So I think that for those agencies that have a smaller amount of corrective actions, they're really trying to be very proactive in seeking out, do you need assistance? Do you need ideas? Do you need help to try to wrap these up as quickly as possible?
Great.
Yep.
We have 3 items up to vote. Building on that, 3 compliance resolutions. I will read them out. Resolution 2020 AP 246-132 2021 C1 IBO. Number 2, Resolution 2020 AP 246-943 2021 C2 Office of the King County Public Administrator. And item number 3, Resolution 2020 AP 246-021 2021 C3 Office of Administrative Tax Appeals. Can I have a motion, please?
I move to approve the 3 compliance.
I second.
Great, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Great. No abstentions and none in the negative. Great, and with that, we can transition to executive session. Michael, whenever you're ready, you can.
No, I think there's a new business item before we get there.
Oh, thank you for
Right,
flagging
to
that.
touch briefly on local law 13.
Thank you.
So for local law 13, I believe our report is due in February 15th, and we are working on a draft of it right now. But given the limitations of the research unit and COVID and the fact that the data from the mayor's office was delayed by 6 months, we are working really hard to make that deadline, but I'm not sure if it's going to happen. We may need to have it pushed back. And if that's the case, then we can provide a letter to the I believe it's the city council. We submit it, so it's not necessarily like they need to approve it. We're just making it available to the city council, to the mayor, and to the public. So we can send them correspondence and let them know that it's going to be delayed for these reasons because of the extenuating circumstances, and provide them a deadline where we think realistically we can have a work product that we're ready to present, because the data for this project will be the baseline for the future reports that are going to be coming down the road over the next 9-10 years.
Jen,
Any
it's only
questions
fine to
or
me.
feedback from Commissioner?
I'm sorry?
Sasha, it sounds fine to me. Do you want to take a vote from us or just a sense of the commission?
Yeah, I don't think that this requires a vote. Are there any questions or feedback from other commissioners? If not, this is completely sound.
I didn't have any further questions.
Great. Any other items for new business before we close?
Can we
I do want to acknowledge we've
I
glanced
wanted-
over it for the record, but I want to just acknowledge that this is Sharice's last meeting with the commission. Sharice, we're so grateful for you. This is not the type of goodbye that I know we wanted. It would be so wonderful to meet, convene in person and really celebrate your years of service. Thank you so much for leading this commission with such grace and thoroughness and deep respect and integrity for the process. Your leadership is one that you have there are very big shoes to fill. We're eager to do so, and also we'll miss you terribly. So thank you so much for your many years.
Sharice, you've done a great deal to advance the mission of the EEPC. You've undertaken and made enormous strides. You've installed a research unit that didn't exist before. You've really used automation to make the work of the auditors more efficient. You've met our charter requirement of the number of audits annually every 4 years, which didn't exist before. There are a whole host of things that we are grateful to you for making the EEPC shine and making us look good. And so for that, we are in your debt. Thank you.
Thank you.
I agree with what she just said. This is Angie. I remember when you first came on board as executive director. So God bless you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And thank you, Sharice, for all the work that you've done. You truly autographed this work with excellence, which is something that I really admire about you, the fact that you're able to be so meticulous, and that's not my strength. So I think it's absolutely fantastic. And so thank you for being a great leader and for showing us what excellence really looks like. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I just want to say,
if I could just say, I just wanted to say on behalf of the EPC staff, managers, analysts, research unit, all of the administrators, we thank you for your leadership, for your guidance, for your assistance in making our jobs easier as much as you can, and for encouraging us to be the best and to produce the best product as possible. So thank you.
thank you so much. Oh my gosh, you guys are going to make me like tear up. I've always had the support of the commissioners, and I thank you so much. It means so much to have that support. It wasn't easy, as you guys know, because when you come into a place and you make changes, people are kind of averse to change, but I think the support was what kept me going. We have a great team now, an excellent team. Michael, if you're listening, Michael, are you listening? Can you come on?
I'm listening.
Michael, words can't describe how thankful I am for your assistance and support. Michael was pretty much the icing on the cake in terms of automating processes and taking us into telework. So I see the team, Michael, Jen, Stephanie, Letizia, Elisha, William, as the future of the EPC, and I'm sure that they will build on the foundation, and the EPC is going to accomplish great things. So thank you, Michael. Push forward. in all of your automation and all of your meticulousness. He knows me inside out, and he's just as meticulous as I am. Thank you, Jen. And, I look forward to hearing great things coming out of the EPP going forward. So, and thank you to the listeners.
Awesome. With that, why don't we transition into executive session?
I move to adjourn public meeting.
Second.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Now we go to
Great,
executive.
thank you. Now we can adjourn.